Well, it was around about 14, 15 years ago that my husband walked out on me, left me with hardly any finance. And round about that time, I felt the Lord say to me that He would be my husband. And I maintain that if the Lord God Almighty that made heaven and earth is my husband, I don't think I need to fear very much. I was pretty confident in that somehow or another the Lord would take care of me. I went for an interview for a job at a hostel, being a hostel matron. Got the job and worked there for 11 years. And then it came time for me to retire. And with retirement looming ahead of me, you know where to go. And round about that time the Lord said to me that He would give me the land. Not having much finance then, that sort of posed a big question for me. And it was round about that time that the matron that was in charge of the Frau care in the retirement village where my mom stayed in a cottage approached me and said that they were worried about my 93-year-old mother living by herself. And that's what sort of sowed the seed of maybe I could move in there with her and help, take care of her for as long as she needed. My brother, in the meantime, got hold of the contract that my father had signed when he bought the cottage, because normally it's just life rights for those cottages, which doesn't really entitle me to anything as such. And he picked up that an alteration had been made on the last page of the document where my father had said that he would like one of his 3 children to buy the cottage if we wanted to. And what they had done with the alteration of that document was the original wording was occupy, and they crossed that out and put purchase. And because of that, now they didn't initial that alteration. The original wording stands. And because of that now, there was then an optimism that I would be able to occupy the cottage one day. The Lord has persistently said He would give me the land, and I didn't allow myself to become stressed about it or worried about what was going to happen to me, because my mom 10 months ago went into Frau care, and with a steady and slow deterioration, she eventually passed away last week. And the director of the complex approached me and said, okay, so what we're going to do about this now? And he's got my brother and my sister in to sign a disclaimer saying they won't have any claim on the cottage, but I've got the okay to continue living there for the rest of my life. So the bottom line is, when God says He's going to be your husband, and when He tells you He's going to give you something, you've just got to believe, walk by faith, not by sight, and just have the confidence to know that He always comes through for you at the end of the day.